I gotta put this in my Amazon cart.
You're biased.
Or if I can, okay, hold on. Let me see. I don't think Amazon delivering tomorrow. I don't think is Amazon. Can I get a package
You
tomorrow?
just hate Huda.
Oh my god.
You're a Huda hater.
Did y'all hear something? Cause I didn't. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. We are here to talk Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 27. If you guys are brand new to the channel or a returning viewer that has been typing in Tammy Talks Love Island, stop. Hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, and leave your comments down below. Shout out to everybody that has been subbing this season. I rock with y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. I've gotten well over 6,000 subs this past month that I've been doing the show. Like, I cannot say thank you enough for that. Y'all know we are still on the road to 45,000 subs. I would like to be there by August 1st. So if you have not yet already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Um, let's talk for just a moment. Just a moment. Y'all are doing too much, right? Y'all are doing too much. There's literally no reason for y'all to be saying anything racist or prejudice or anything of the sort in Alandria, Shelley, or Huda's comments. Like, what is y'all on? That's not cool. That's not cool. The parasocial relationships that form because of this are completely unacceptable, y'all. Don't do that. Don't do that. One, they can't see it because they don't have their phones. And two, don't be that person. Don't be that person. Three, again, if you were this person,
You're biased.
in my comments, you were blocked. If you were this
You
person,
just hate Huda.
in my comments,
You're a Huda hater.
you were blocked as well. Because what I'm not gonna do is have y'all misuse words in my comment section. It is my duty to educate y'all when y'all are saying things incorrectly. Just because you don't agree with what I say in the video does not mean I'm biased, okay? Just because you don't agree with how I feel about a certain stance on a show does not mean that I hate the person. I am incapable of hating a stranger. If you do hate a stranger, there's something wrong with you. I don't hate these people. This is an act, okay? I am putting on a show for y'all. I am entertaining y'all. If you guys don't understand that, then that's a level of comprehension I can't help you with. But y'all are doing too much in the comments. So if you started off your comment with Tammy, you're biased, you were blocked. If you started off your comment with Tammy, you're a Huda hater, you were blocked. Some of y'all were literally creating pages just to leave those comments. You can disagree all you want. I have 1,900 plus comments on my last video that got well over 40,000 views. So you can disagree, but I'm not going to have y'all come in the comments and just say shit just for the hell of it. Okay? So the episode starts off with the guys and the girls. They are separated, okay? Y'all know after every little fire pit, they go and production has them separate. So the guys are all together, and Ace is saying, "Today drained me." I said, "I bet it did. Today drained me too, Ace, and I'm not even there." Excuse me, I'm not even there. He then said that he does not understand how Chris can have one conversation, just one conversation with Shelly, and she's torn between the two of them. The same way that you were able to have one conversation with Iris and you were torn, one conversation with Amaya and your head was ready to turn as well. Things happen, okay? Taylor does not like how Alandria talked to him. So only his mom and his wife can cuss him out like that. You feel me? You feel me? I said, wait a minute. Wait. Where is this coming from? Right? Now I let you cook the other night, Taylor. I gave you your right because that's what I do. I'm a very fair person. I'm a Libra. But let's not keep this facade and this act going. Because one thing that I do know is that Taylor likes to show out in front of company. So Taylor is only big and bad like that with the you feel me, now I mean, all that type of stuff. You only do that when you're showing out in front of the boys. Because when you have been talking to Alandria one-on-one, it's very much been, I just want to keep exploring you. I want to keep exploring both of y'all. That's the energy that you were given. So now don't try to show out in front of your friends right now. because that's why you were getting voted at the bottom of everything by America because of shit like that. So Taylor said that only his mom and his wife can cuss him out like that, and that was completely unacceptable. Cool. Alandria said, I stood on big business. You made a fool out of yourself. That's what you did. You made a fool out of yourself. I'm gonna call you out, not because I need to, not because I don't like black women, but because I am a black woman that wants to hold another black woman accountable, and that's a part of maturity. I'm gonna always root for everybody black, but I'm gonna also call you out when it needs to be called out. Alandria made a fool out of herself. She did. Because you did all of this, all that yelling and hooping and hollering, and then you're still like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it because in the same breath that you said that you're standing on business, you then take a breath and before you can even, you're saying that you always felt like it was fuck you from the beginning from Taylor. So if you felt that Taylor was always saying fuck your feelings, why did you continue to chase after him for 26 episodes? That's what I would like to know. 26 episodes. Because if you were my friend, if you were my little sister, if you were my cousin, we would have been had a conversation. Because what are you doing? If you know that this man does not see it for you, you could clearly feel it. Why are you chasing after him? So you can say you got a prize? No. No, 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 no. Okay. So then Alandria turns to Clark and was like, I want you to use your head. Use your head because at any moment, he can flip on you. Alandria, please, 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 please. So then Amaya's feelings are hurt, and she said that she's not going to keep apologizing. Amaya, now look. You should not be apologizing for who you are in any capacity, or, you should not be. Howsoever, you got to get your emotions in check, baby, because the way that you cry over, like, it's not even the fact that you're crying, it's the fact that you're making a big scene about when you cry. Go over to the side and cry by yourself, get yourself together, and then go join the group. But you can't keep having these emotional outbursts. The men, like, they don't know what to do with it, and it's keeping them from wanting to get close to you. Huda's over to the side moping, and I'm like, what are you moping for, baby? This is your fault. You did this. You caused
You
this.
just hate Huda. You're a Huda hater.
You caused this. You are the reason that you don't have any friends in this moment. It's your actions. Be an adult and deal with it. Austin said that the pattern is repeating itself over and over and over. Then it's you, and when referring to Amaya, and I'm like, that's true. That's true. I'll give you your rights. Grayson does not think whoever wrote the Hannah question has empathy for her. So everybody is like, who even wrote the Hannah question? Who wrote it? Who wrote it? Who wrote it? Before Huda admits to it later in the episode, I knew it was her. I could tell it was her because everybody else was admitting everybody else was admitting and owning up to the questions that they asked. Huda wasn't going to do that for whatever reason. And it's interesting that Huda would even do that when Huda was a part of the conversation to send Hannah's ass home. So I would like to know, like some of y'all pointed out in the comments, why did Pepe only address it to Sierra, Shelly, and Alandria? Huda was a part of that conversation as well. Okay, so Huda's over to the side and she don't want to talk to nobody. And I'm like, okay, get your camera time, girl, because that's what you want. So Amaya was like, it was not a personal attack on you, Huda. Huda says that she can't trust anybody. In her confessional, she said that I have had so many people's backs. No one could see my point of view. Everyone stabbed me in the back. It's not that nobody could see your point of view, Huda. It's that you couldn't see anybody else's point of view. It goes both ways. Shelly is telling you why she's hurt. Shelly is telling you why she's upset, but you don't care about that because you can only see your point of view. And that has always been Huda's fault and Huda's character flaw in this villa. Everything has to revolve around Huda. Everything has to be how she feels, how she sees things. And whenever anybody else has a difference of opinion or has a different feeling or reaction to something, she can't see it that way. For you to feel that nobody saw your point of view, but you're not acknowledging that, okay, I see Shelly's point of view, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. So Brian then said that the game shut some doors for some people, and that's a positive. A positive. It shut Taylor and Alandria's door. It shut, what do he say? Amaya and Zach. Like, we got some things to be nipped in the bud, I guess. So Alandria and Shelly are talking, and Alandria said, "Today drained me. Y'all so drained." Like, it's always crazy to me the people that did the most feel drained. Ace was drained. He did all that hooping and hollering. Alandria, you're drained. You did all that hooping and hollering. Yeah, y'all done tired yourselves out. So she doesn't know where to start. So she said that her and Taylor's chapter is officially closed. I hope so. Shelly said that she's now looking at Ace sideways for asking that question in public because she feels that there was no reason for him to air their dirty laundry out in front of everybody else. And I said that too. There was literally no reason for Ace to ask that question on that card. You could have handled that in private with Shelly. I thought that was very tacky, very, very lowbrow of of Ace to do. So everyone's getting ready for bed. Amaya is outside crying. Girl, cry yourself quietly in the corner and then go get your ass in the bed. They keep reassuring Zach he didn't do anything wrong, and honestly, Zach did do everything wrong. Zach chose to pile on Amaya for literally no reason. Was Zach justified in what he said? Yes. Yes, but the fact that Zach felt the need to take that opportunity when she's already getting yelled at and piled on from two different men for you to want to tag team her and then feel as if you've been so wronged yourself is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. So we see Huda upstairs before Huda gets in bed. Upstairs, Grayson, it was like Grayson and Dre Dre. They're talking. They're like, who asked that question about Hannah? Whoever did and didn't own up to it's a pussy ass bitch. I said, whoa. Whoa. And we see Huda quickly scurry her ass on out. So Huda gets in bed with Chris and it's like, can I tell you a secret? Keep it between us. I made the comment about Pepe and Hannah, and they were like, whoever did it is a pussy ass bitch. And I was like, well, damn. Yeah, it is well, damn. It's not a matter of who asked the question that they're calling the PAB. It's the fact that you heard constantly over and over and over for them asking who did it and you didn't own up to it. I kind of feel like if you're going to start some shit like that, put a name on it. You should have put your name on there, Huda. You should have. I feel like that is also indicative of the type of person that you are. That is indicative of the type of person that you are. Because I don't get that. So the next morning, Huda wakes up and she's crying, talking about she's tired of looking like the bad guy. Stop being the bad guy then.
You're biased.
Stop being the bad guy and you won't be tired of it. So she's everybody still gets their breakfast. So she dramatically goes to eat in the speakeasy by herself. Alandria talks to Huda. So Alandria tells her, look, I'm gonna start this off by saying I love ya. Okay? I love you. And she lets Huda know that you and I have a different type of relationship than we have with the other girls, okay? So I understand how you were thrown off by what I said, but I just want to know or let you know you can't stress being a girl's girl, then turn around and move the way that you were moving with Chris. So Huda was like, I was hurt that everyone was yelling at me, bro. Amaya had everybody yelling at her. You didn't stand up and defend Amaya. You see what I'm talking about? Where Huda only sees things from the perspective that benefits her.
You're biased.
She only sees things from that way because if you look at it, Amaya got screamed at by 3 men in that house. Amaya was getting yelled at from 3 different directions. She was getting piled up on for being herself. They were criticizing her personality. You, Huda, were getting called out from some fugazi shit that you did, some underhanded stuff that you did that Shelly was hurt by. And instead of you taking it on the chin, you want to talk about how everybody was yelling at you. Yeah, I'm sure. Did you ask Amaya how it felt when everybody was yelling at her? So Huda then said that she's been single and Shelly doesn't own Chris and Shelly does not own Chris. However, Huda, you know that the way that you were kind of moving with Chris was wrong. You know it was wrong, and that's why you're so that's why you so broken up about it. Because if you know deep down that you didn't do nothing wrong about it, you wouldn't be having this reaction that you're having right now. So Huda feels she has nobody to confide in. Alandria apologizes and tells her, I don't want you to feel alone. I got you. Huda said, I would just wish that the next time we talk, Alandria said, I got you. I'm going to keep it between us. Cool. Huda has a friend again. Zach and Amaya, he comes up to her, yo, you want to talk? I guess. Oh my God. Talk to me nice. Like, sheesh. So Amaya lets him know, look, I didn't like the way that you waited until I was getting questions from past connections that were attacking me for you to jump in. Zach was like, I should have been real with you because the first time that I first met you and you asked for a kiss, I didn't want to kiss you. And, I should have not done that, but I did it. And then you didn't understand my boundaries. So Huda was like, that's insane. That's mean. She tells him he's not an honest man. And in her confessional, Amaya said that she is standing on business and she is standing on 10 toes because she said she got all 10 of her toes and she going to stand on all 10 of them. And that's that. So she tells him, you're an odd individual and I don't want to talk to you ever again. I think Zach is an odd individual because this is what I don't understand about Zach. I'm also baffled and befuddled that y'all voted him so high. But what was really the purpose in you telling Amaya, I didn't want to kiss you the first time I did, but I did it anyways? Like, it's almost like I don't care. Zach is not gonna win. I'm sick of seeing him. He can go and get the hell on. So then we get Pepe and Grayson. So he tells her, or excuse me, Grayson tells him that she feels she had a lot to say. I stopped listening. When I tuned back in at the end, she says she feels that they can get stronger in time. Pepe said, look, I just don't feel a spark with you. Okay. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to continue to string myself. I thought that was crazy. I don't want to string myself along. And he lets her know that it is not because of Hannah. It's truly not, but it is. And I feel like Pepe, if you were that hung up on Hannah, then leave. Then leave. Because so Grayson lets him know that she felt invisible during that challenge because they're having this conversation about Hannah versus her. Nobody's coming to her defense. He's so hyper focused on what happened with Hannah. She feels bad about it. She feels like he was never there for her. And in response to Grayson saying, I felt invisible, Pepe said, you want a hug? I was like, what? So they hug. That was crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. That was crazy to me. So then we get Brian and Amaya. She thanks him for standing up for her. And he was like, yeah, because they really was just not trying to understand that this is your culture. So he said he felt that they were getting on her for simply being herself, which they were. Amaya said, it is so great to have a good conversation that takes you from here to way up here. I said, okay, Amaya. Girl, go get you some milk. Go get you some milk and relax, Amaya. Go have a seat. So Shelly and Huda. So Shelly said, look, I want to come to the conversation with an open mind and an open heart. I said, that's good. We're starting off great. Shelly feels that Shelly feels that she has approached her friendship with Huda with respect. Okay, cool. She said that it left a very bad taste in her mouth from what happened with the challenge with Ace because there was a lack of respect there. She then said that when it comes to Chris, Huda was hyping it up as if I, I'm bringing Chris back for you. I like him too. I might be open to him, but I'm bringing him back for you. All for her in the last hour to flip it and say, well, we've been flirting and the conversation is good and I kissed him and all that type of stuff. So from Shelly's perspective, it was a big switch up that happened very quickly. Huda apologizes and said that she hurts her, but then said that when I said that I was bringing him back, like I liked him too, and I thought if I brought him back too, that it would be for you. And again,
You're
when it
biased.
comes to the way that this went down, right? Huda had to say to Shelly was, I'm thinking about bringing Chris back. I'm feeling Chris and all that type of stuff. What Huda has neglected to tell, didn't Huda, not Huda, yeah, didn't Huda and Chris kiss inside that room with the push door over in Casa? Huda should have been upfront with Shelly and was like, girl, I know you got Ace back. Like, how much are you feeling Chris? Because I'm really feeling Chris too. The way that Huda positioned it is, okay, I like him enough to bring him back, but like, girl, I'm doing this for you. And that is the way that Shelly took it. So there was a miscommunication in that respect, right? Huda then said that anything that she does is with good intention. And I do not think that Huda is a malicious person. I don't think she's a malicious person. I don't think she is set out to attack everybody that gets in her way or anything like that. I do think that Huda is a selfish person, though. I think that Huda is an extremely selfish person. And you can see that Huda is selfish. It might have some arrested development because anytime Huda talks about something from the lens of somebody calling her out because they're hurt by her actions, her response is, well, I wasn't thinking about it that way. You're not seeing my point of view. No one's listening to how I feel. This is my point of view. I'm a mom. Nobody cares about that. That's the lens that Huda attacks everything from. And that's why she keeps getting herself into these situations. Huda then tells Shelly, you could have just talked to me. Shelly said, I wanted to talk to you. I told you that I was going to talk to you later, but you quickly was like, it's just a challenge. And Shelly felt dismissed by that. Shelly felt dismissed by that. And the fact that Huda doesn't see that or doesn't want to see that, I don't know. That's going to take growth with Huda. But I also feel like you can only allow somebody so many times to tell you, I'm growing. Oops, I'm growing. I'm trying. I'm sorry. I'm whatever. Like, how many chances is Huda going to get to keep crossing people? You know what I mean? But they make up. Everybody's cool. The hoodinators, the hoodlums, the hood rats, the hoodies, y'all can get up out their comments now from attacking Alandria and Shelly. Y'all can rest your fingers. So then we get Clark and Taylor. So Taylor said that he's asking Clark, how you feel about what happened last night? Clark said that she understands the emotions, but she didn't like it. She hates that he had to go through that. Taylor said, look, I can't talk to Alandria right now because I might just pop off on her. Know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? No, you're not. No, you wouldn't. You would run between with your tail between your legs when you're talking to Alandria like you always do. He then said he wants a peaceful way to end it. It's ended. There's really nothing else for y'all to talk about. So Clark wants them to focus on their connection, the two of us. And Clark says she is happy. And then he like sucks her lips. Why can't he kiss? You've been kissing people, 2 to 3 women a day in that house for the past month, and you still can't kiss? Like, what's happening? It's so weird. So Clark gets a text, and it's time for the Islanders to find out what America thinks about them, which you guys voted on, and it's time to burst your bubble. So it's boogie time. Let's head on down to the boogie, okay? So Ariana comes out, and Ace said in his confessional, he feels like he's doing good with America. Do you? So, there's a big platform. It's sponsored by Maybelline, okay? So, there's this platform, and the guys are going to line up in most to least based on how they feel first. The girls are going to alter them, and then we're going to find out what America thinks. So we start off with most to least genuine. The guys believe Elon is the most, and Zach is the least genuine. America said Pepe is the most genuine, and Taylor is the least. Eighth, Ace was in ninth place, and he was confused. He was befuddled. Why? Why are you confused? Ace, nobody thinks you're genuine because we see how you've been moving in this house. So they then, the next question is best boyfriend material. Ace had the audacity, the gall, the nerve, the gumption to put himself as best boyfriend material. Okay. And then Austin knew and put himself in worst. America said, Pepe is the best and Taylor is the worst. So now Clark is wondering, what am I missing? Girl, you're missing that he shit on Alandria. You're not missing anything. You saw it. You've seen it, Clark. You just don't want to admit it because you never believed that it could be you. So then we have the girls line up. Their first question is most trustworthy to least trustworthy. The girls feel that Shelly is the most trustworthy and Huda is the least. And the girls line, it's not that the girls feel that way per se. It's Huda thought that that's what America was saying. So the boys switch a couple things around. The boys feel that Jaden is the most trustworthy and Huda is the least. America votes and said that Amaya is the most and Clark is the least. The way that America played in Clark's face, look. Y'all, like, why are y'all punishing Clark? There was no reason to vote that girl least trustworthy. She hasn't done anything. I said, oh man. So then we have the girls line up most to least genuine. The girls feel that Alandria is most genuine and Clark knows that America's gonna vote her least. So then the guys switch it and the guys say that Alandria is most and homegirl Dre is the least. And America said, not so fast. America feels that Amaya is the most genuine and Clark is the least. Shelly got her ass handed to her because Shelly swore. everything that Shelly thought that she would be kind of high for, it was like 8, 9, 8, 9. I honestly think that this challenge should have come before the male challenge because this was indicative of, or this was like based off of how people felt about the challenge last night. So it's really not a true representation, but cool. So then we have the couples that you would want to vacation with from most to least. The group feels that it would be Zach and Amaya first and Clark and Taylor the least. And America feels that way too. Shelly and Ace, I want to say, were in 8th place. And once again, they were shocked and befuddled. But again, y'all know Amaya and Zach are not even a real couple. So y'all know that this is flawed. They shouldn't have done this. Was bad timing for this particular challenge. So then we are going to vote for favorite boy and favorite girl. Whoever gets the least amount of votes is in danger of going home right now. So the 3 girls with the least amount of votes are Jaden, Grayson, and homegirl Dre. Now, I think we all should have known that no OGs were going to be in the bottom. One, production is not going to let y'all send home Huda. Huda brings the views and Huda brings the drama.
You're
Production is
biased.
also not going to let y'all send home Sierra. They're not going to let y'all send home Sierra. They're going to deal with Sierra themselves. And they're not going to let America send home Shelly or Alandria because then half of the country is going to scream racism. So production did it right with this group here. The boys with the least amount of votes were TJ, Taylor, and Austin. That shocked me. That shocked me for sure. I did not expect TJ to be in the bottom. So they find out that only one person total can be saved. So we are getting rid of 5 people tonight. And I said, good, there's too many people in that damn house. So the safe islanders have to go stand behind who they want to save, okay? So this is what we got. Clark saved Taylor, obviously. Iris stands behind TJ, obviously. Brian stands behind Jaden. Homegirl Dre looked a little shocked by that, but girl, he wants to talk to Jaden, so I get that. Pepe stands behind Taylor. And Grayson looks shocked, and you shouldn't have been, girl. He just dumped you. Elon stands behind Grace, and so somebody's behind her ass. Alandria stands behind Austin, talking about some, hey, bestie. Taylor looked kind of low-key pissed, but whatever. She wasn't going to vote for you, Taylor. Huda stands behind homegirl Dre. Chris stands behind Jaden. I thought that was interesting. I thought that was very interesting. Chris, why are you saving Jaden? Why are you saving Jaden, Chris? Why wouldn't you go save Taylor or one of the boys? Zach stands behind TJ. Amaya stands behind Dre. Shelly stands behind Dre. Nick stands behind Taylor. Ace stands behind Taylor. And shockingly, Sierra, who really could have been like, could have forced a tie with Dre. Taylor saves Taylor. I mean, Sierra saves Taylor. I thought that was interesting. Consider, like, I don't know. But so we find out that Taylor is safe. He lives to fight another day. Jaden, Grayson, Dre, TJ, and Austin are all gone. Iris is weeping. All but a weep. Oh, Iris is just broken up. I thought she was going to pull a good job. Now you're sending home 6. You know, remember that bullshit Rob did last year. And that was the end of the episode. We didn't get a preview for tomorrow. Is it coming on tomorrow? It's the holiday here in America, so we will see. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Are y'all happy Taylor is safe or not? Who do you think should have been in the bottom 3? Who did you vote for? No, I did not vote. I've made that very clear. I don't have the app on my phone, and I will not. But let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.